Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Movie news video. That is something that we have not said in the channel for a very long time. And I'm really excited. No one else is talking about this. And I first saw this from Brick Fanatics, and they posted on their site, and I saw on Instagram that a new LEGO feature film was in development, and that it was from the World Builder. And that is a site where it's like LEGO Ideas, but you're submitting themes, and we do have like a festival and a seasonal theme or whatever it is coming out sometime that's in development now. That's one of the first themes they picked there. But there's also something called Pitch Fest. And during Pitch Fest here, I'm reading on this other article from Tongle, it says that they actually will choose the next big LEGO movie, a series for like a TV show, game, or a digital short. And they have decided to select this pitch for the next feature film. So that's huge. Like that's really interesting. I'm would love to know the process of like what's going on behind the scenes here. Like clearly they would have had to talk to Universal Studios about this, and that they'd have to get them on board with this pitch and then announce that these people won. So it's really crazy. Didn't know this thing was existed. I didn't know that there was even this Pitch Fest. That's really cool. It's a regular thing. So that's how we're going to get LEGO games and stuff like that. Now, I don't think you could do licenses and stuff on World Builder, and I assume it would be the same for this Pitch Fest, but I think that is really cool that that is something here that is in the works. So we're going to talk about that now. Little intro there, as well as we're going to talk about what we could see in the movie in terms of licenses with Universal now versus Warner Brothers. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So I'm going to read everything here from this article. The movie is going to be called The Missing Piece. The story of The Missing Piece involves a sister duo, Lulu and Sam, with Lulu aiming to cheer up her sister by tracking down and gifting her a vintage Lego set. However, when a malicious AI from within the present escapes, its goal to rebuild the world might put an end to the holiday celebrations. So it's a Christmas movie. So that's kind of cool. It was also pitched as so. Is also pitched as such on LEGO World Builder. You could see The Missing Piece, a LEGO Christmas. So interesting that it's a Christmas holiday movie. And they were actually submitted by two Mexico-based creators, Sergio Gomez and Daniela Morin. And they talk about the inspiration behind their film. They said, our inspiration came from a life stage that everyone has to go through, growing up. This is when we start to feel the pressure of acting more like adults, which results in us becoming more distant from our true selves. As a kid, you ideally don't have a lot of creative limitations or a status quo to stick to. You just get to have fun. We believe that the missing piece is a symbol of what we lose when we grow up and what keeps us from being happy. So The Missing Piece was pitched as a live-action animation hybrid film. How did you go about striking the right balance between live action and animation in the LEGO world, and what elements were important for you to communicate in your pitch? For us, it was important to visually communicate a clash of two opposing worlds, the real and the cold one in quotations, without much room for creativity, and the fantastic one that represented limitless possibilities. Having made characters who did not fit in with their respective worlds of origin was a priority for the story too. A big challenge for us was working out how best to bring the animated elements into the real world and how to build them into the story while portraying the message we wanted to deliver. They asked, the industry is full of awesome creative duos. When did your creative partnership begin, and what motivated you to join forces? So I'm just going to briefly summarize here, but they actually worked together on a lot of different things on the Cartoon Network, as well as Rey Mysterio versus the Darkness. I don't know what that is. Like, you'll see a picture on screen. So yeah, they've been working together and doing different stories and screenwriting. So yeah, really cool. Just a little bit of an insight there into what's going on behind the scenes. And the next Pitch Fest is actually on April the 4th. And we also actually got a Ninjago short from that. So yeah, just that's really cool that we're getting a lot of stuff from this thing that is really like being slept on. Like no one's really paying too much attention to it. So now I just thought that we would go through and talk about some of the movies and things like that that we could see in the Lego movies. Now, with the first movie, we saw, and as of course the franchise went on, we saw a lot of different things that were outside of even Warner Brothers' jurisdiction that came in. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here with the new Lego movie. Like, is Batman going to come back? Is anyone from the original cast going to come back of all those characters that we love and adore? The fact that it's with two sisters and it seems like it's new characters, I don't know if anyone will come over. But there is still a lot of different properties for them to actually pull from. I think the big two would be DreamWorks as well as Illumination. So that covers a lot of different things with DreamWorks, of course, with Shrek and just all the things that they're doing with How to Train Your Dragon and anything else. And we've also got Illumination, which Illumination has done a lot of stuff, not just Despicable Me and the Minions and all that, but they also are doing the Super Mario movie, so potentially that. Going alphabetically here on Wikipedia's list of licenses they have, Back to the Future is owned by Universal. They have like Dracula here, which means that all of the Universal monsters, of course, could pop up. I'm sure, like that for sure I feel like would be a part of this. And then we have Fast and Furious. We have Jaws, Jurassic Park, which I feel like is definitely for sure going to be there. And I would love it if they brought Chris Pratt back for that. I think that would be really cool. And then the last one here is Knight Rider, but I don't know if they would ever want to go back to that. But there's a lot there. Like, there's definitely a lot to pick from. And I hope that they are able to reach out across the table and be like, Disney, we'd love to do Marvel this time, or Star Wars. You know, we did get Star Wars back in the first one, so who knows what is going to happen with this. But there you have it, everyone. That is everything we know about this new feature film for Lego. And again, we haven't heard that it's been removed from Universal. I'm assuming that it's still with them, so it's going to be distributed and produced over there. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on like what properties you'd like to see come on over. What do you have? Maybe any ideas for the movie itself with these characters? The plot of it being a Christmas movie sounds really interesting as well. So timeline wise, you know, these things take a very long time, and this was just selected, and maybe it was already in the works before they have publicly announced it, but I wouldn't expect this until maybe 2024, I would say. I wouldn't really expect this next year, unless, you know, Lego movies, as they went along, they kind of had a better turnaround as they went through. So who knows, maybe we will see this, because we haven't had anything since 2019, and Universal acquired the rights pretty soon after that, so we'll have to wait and see what does happen with this. But subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on future news on this movie, future news on the sets. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.